What's up, my peeps and my sisters? We over by Hutchison River Parkway, walking on the pier, like the pier with the long, you know what? Yeah, like Brooklyn when you walk on the pier to head over to Cork City Boulevard, that area right there. So let's talk. So we walking down the block right now, like, you know, for me, and relaxing, enjoying life, you know. All things I did in my haircut myself, so that's good money. So we're gonna head over to Cork City Boulevard. We're not too far, about 10 minutes, right? So yeah, we're walking now right now, and oh, thank you, I lost weight. Thank you very much. I look different. Thank you for saying that, cause I lost weight. You think I look big? All that walking I've been doing, yeah, all that walking I've been doing, all that working I've been doing, it pays off, you know. You know, I started this job in 2022, and I started walking a lot. And I started, like, mental health wise, I used to gain a lot of weight. And then I used to take my slow time walking on the block, like walking on the block, take my slow time walking up and down the steps. And guess what it leads me to? It leads you to the promised land. So this is the Northway right here, and that's a very dark alley right there. I'm in the light area. We're in a good light area. So we're on the sidewalk right now. We was in a dark alley. Like, a dark alley is like a lane with a dark alley lane. So I tell you, the dark alley lane is right the north part. So we're on the south side, so that's good. So we're in a safe area right now. We're in the south side, so that's good. So the north area, I don't want to tell you about the north part. 2 years ago, back in the 80s and 90s, where a lot of mental health goes on in areas, and mental health, a lot of people get sick, and young girls that's from ages 16 and up, like 16, 17, 15, 10, 11, they leave school, and they leave school at 2 o'clock, and then they walk on the north side of right behind me. And there's a lot of men that sick in mental health wise. They drug up these young girls, and they beat them up, and they prostitute to make money on the streets. And you see most of them on the north area, where the men then beat them up in the north area, and they go to the hospital. And when they go to the hospital, their mom worries sick about them because they get beat up and they get abused. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. So young girls, they start acting funny when they come home. The mom's like, where you was at? School left out since 2 o'clock. They met these men on Facebook or MySpace or Instagram, and they friend them, and they ask them to meet them somewhere, some place where they come meet up. Take a shot of this picture here. So some place where they come meet up there. Some place where they come meet up. And next thing you know, sir, they meet up, and they grab them up and sex them and rape them. Yeah, rape them, and then a 10-year-old girl got pregnant by a man that was 28. And the man was charged of rape, you know? And the mother couldn't notice her belly was so big, you know? The mother said, why your belly so big, you know? And the mother said, why your belly so big? Like, real talk, why your belly so big? She said, she said, I had sex, Mom. I said, who you have sex with? I had sex with a 28-year-old man. I said, what? So, you know, mental health wise, people realize that they do stupid shit and they get away with it, you know? Because they wasn't stupid in the right man to rape girls young. And this took place right in the Bronx area too. And when you walk on the alley, or the north alley, that's where everything takes place. They meet up there and grab them up, and once they grab them up, they rape them. and then they sex them in the butts and they rape them. And that's when they sick in mental health wise. And you look at it and you see their bodies dipped right in the North Hall, But you gotta realize, brother and sisters, you gotta realize there's a Yahweh who could heal and deliver, you feel me? So that day I'm like, we ain't going up by alleys, We gotta go by levels and ride by stages of life, baby. Because brothers and my sisters, them, your actions may always have the right to come back to you. I remember I'm gonna tell you, your actions have the way of coming back to you. So, that's the reason why I don't walk in the North Alley. Because a lot of people realize the North Alley is where things go wrong, So, that's the reason why I'm not do the wrong long alley. But a short alley there, we have a short alley, So, how they go. When I rape them and lick them up and abuse them and all them stuff there, it's how our life can go, So, the alley is a bad alley there. Where you go? Where you go like a bad alley there? Or where you go, where you walk down at night, And next thing brother, that's one of my sisters and my brethren, they go in the dark alley there. And next thing sick people that's mental health, sick of them. They rape you and a lot of men them sick, A lot of men them sick, and they rape you and they section your butt. And next thing you don't know they had AIDS. You know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why mental health wise, I tell young girls, it's best to stay home and don't go out. Because any person with daughters and son them, tell you, if you have daughters, I have a daughter, I'm going to tell my daughter all the time, you hang out with no background, Don't, you're not doing no social media, you're not post nothing, you're not doing nothing that. Because of the day there, you see what goes on in the alley, where them take the girls and rape them, and you realize, America don't realize, mental health struggle with men, where them sick and drug up, and they drug up these girls and they sex them up and they get pregnant and they leave the baby upon the road, and then somebody else raise a child, You know what I'm saying? So I did that. I have to know how to stay cool and I have to structure myself, and a way of life, because life too short for us to be fighting and arguing over things, So I'm going to tell fathers to talk to your daughters and say, listen, no social media. You're not going on social media to go friend people. You know another person? Don't social media them. You know what I mean? So how they did that? I have to know how to deal with life and life about, So the dark alley? The dark alley there? Where you ride on the block there? And you realize the dark alley is an alley that a lot of young kids don't realize that alley is not a good alley for riding from bike, You know what I'm saying? So, we're right there at Corp City right now. We're at Corp City Boulevard. I'm across the street and wait for the bus right there. So we're right by the bus stop right there. So we're right at Corp City right there. And we're about to go on the BX 25. And we're right on time too. So BX no. So we're gonna go right on the BX 28. We're gonna go right there, sir, and take that bus, alright? So, we'll get off at 2-3, the last stop on the Parkway, and then we'll head over this side there. Alright? So, keep safe, and we'll see you on the other section of Brooklyn.